Listeners of Radio Plus, viewers of Teleplus, good morning. We've got a very special guest in our studio today. He is His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan in Mauritius, Mr. Kawaguchi Suichiro. Good morning, Excellency.
Good morning.
It is a very opportune moment to talk to His Excellency today, as Japan is poised for some very important political changes. And then it is also more than a year since the bulk carrier MV Wakashio ran aground off the southeastern coast of Mauritius. So, Your Excellency, let's start first with the political development in Japan. We know that you've just got a new Prime Minister, you've got a new Finance Minister after almost 9 years, and all this is happening. Japan is the third most important economy of the world, so whatever happened in Japan is bound to impact the world and countries like Mauritius. So can you tell us a little more about this, Excellency?
Oh, yes, that is a very important and a very right question, since our new Prime Minister was in office, has been in office yesterday. And Mr. Kishida, he used to be a foreign minister, and he is really a powerful politician, and he is good at adjusting and getting the solidarity in the party. I hope he will do a very good exercise of policy to the betterment of the Japanese economy.
So Japan has recently shown a lot of interest in Mauritius and in this part of the world. It's only 4 years now since we've got a full-fledged embassy in Mauritius. So can you explain to us why this sudden interest in this part of the world, Excellency?
I think this is a very natural phenomenon because Mauritius is one of the most democratic countries in Africa, and also Japan relies on a democratic country in this very shaky world. As you know, we pursue free, open Indo-Pacific region, and this is the most important geographically and politically important place. That's why that we established an embassy here.
So many people, many economic observers in Mauritius believe that Mauritius can be an ideal conduit for trade and commerce between Asia and Africa. So do you believe in this strategic position of Mauritius? For instance, would, for example, Japanese investors invest in Africa through Mauritius? Do you think this is realistic?
Yes, absolutely, you are right. And the best point of here is well-educated people and capability of the people. And Japanese private sector are really interested in investing in the future. Next year, there will be a very high-level delegation, joint private public investment mission is coming.
Yes. And Your Excellency, now if we could talk about the elephant in the room. So in July last year, Japanese registered bulk carrier MV Wakashio ran aground off the southeastern coast of Mauritius, and this caused a lot of trauma. Many people were economically affected, and then we saw a most unprecedented and the worst ecological disaster that this country has known. The Japanese foreign minister visited Mauritius and promised a loan to help Mauritius, the fishing industry of Mauritius. So where are we as regard this help, Excellency?
Yes, thank you very much. This is the most important question that we cannot avoid. And just after the incident, it gave a big shock to globally, not only global, but also Japan. We Japanese felt very sorry about this incident. And since then, both government and private sector did our best to assist Mauritius. Is one of the show of our sincereness. And also the assistance is not only the financial help, but also humanitarian help and also technical help. that kind of the things are coordinated, and we did our best in 1 year. Of course, we have to monitor the long-term impacts, so we will commit to the better environment.
So do you have information about how much this loan has progressed, has been disbursed, and to what extent it's gone to the people who were really affected by this incident, Excellency?
I think all the $30 million already disbursed to the government. Government will decide how to use and make the priority to use that amount.
Sure. Now, Excellency, about 3,000 Mauritian companies and individuals, including fishermen and hotels and restaurants and economic operators, have registered at the Ministry of Fisheries in Mauritius and have now made a claim to the Japanese insurance company. About 3,000 of them. I mean, many of them have not worked for like 8 months, since July 2020. So is the Japanese government monitoring this situation, and is there any help that the Japanese government can provide to accelerate the process of the insurance claims, Excellency?
Sure, that we will monitor the situation. And also I have to say that insurance company is called JPI. That is one club, well-known club, and also they are dealing with very honestly, and they send very good expert to calculate the damage, and the work is going on, and all the people who are affected to be counted.
Yes, and I know that you are meeting a lot of Mauritians. We've seen you on TV a lot. We can see a very honest and clear will, to meet the Mauritian people and to know about Mauritius. I mean, you're also going to meet the fishermen of the Southeast. I mean, is this just a PR exercise, or is the Japanese government really committed and want to do something for those people?
Yes, I was brought up in a fishing village. And I know the mentality of the people working in fishing industry. And I like to know the people's feelings, and I like to do something that to be a real benefit of the local people.
Mm-hmm. And Excellency, any lessons learned? What are we doing to prevent such events from happening?
Yes, yes, that is exactly what we thought about, and we decided to provide the best state-of-art radar system since then, and yes, we just concluded the agreement 2 months ago.
Yes. Japan also concluded an agreement regarding a seafood auction market. I mean, Japan is a very, very powerful fishing nation, as you said. So to what extent can Japan help Mauritius develop our blue economy?
Yes, Japan is surrounded by sea as well as Mauritius. We are very good at fishing itself and the fishing industry, including processing companies. We like to make a kind of business cooperation in that field in the future.
Yes, I mean, there has been some reports that Japan intends to fish whales in Mauritian marine territory. To what extent is this true?
Oh, it's completely not true. We abandoned whaling in the southern hemisphere, and we do small-scale whalings just around inside Japanese territory, 200 miles.
And you announced in February 2021, Excellency, that Japan will provide Mauritius with expertise in several areas under the Free and Open Indo-Pacific Agreement. So has this yielded any results up till now?
First of all, I have to explain free open Indo-Pacific concept. That is kind of a very basic policy, and it covers a lot of things. One of the things is maritime security, and also that helps provide a radar system. That is a kind of implement of free open Indo-Pacific. We will continue doing such kind of assistance in the future.
And we have seen that Japan has played a very crucial role, in the committees set up by the UN Security Council to combat piracy in the region. Japan has contributed a lot. I mean, do you think that this kind of collaboration can be extended? I mean, can Japan help also in combating drug trafficking and other dangers that is posed by the maritime operations?
Yes, that is one of the most important pillars of the free open Indo-Pacific region. We like to cooperate with a like-minded country like Mauritius.
Sure. And finally, Your Excellency, we have seen that Mauritius has had a lot of preferential trade agreements with several countries like China, like India, like African countries. So is it realistic to speak at this stage of a preferential trade agreement between Japan and Mauritius?
Yes, in general, we agree with that kind of legal framework is necessary to promote trade relationship. But I like to put my effort to make tangible, real, concrete business investment. That should come first.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. This was His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan in Mauritius, His Excellency Kawaguchi Shuichiro. Thank you very much, Excellency. Thank you very much to all.